his heart, just solo rose ready to play his part. Born in 1816 with a vision so bright, Ram Singh Kuka ready to fight. The British came with iron hands, shaking the soil of the sacred land. But Kuka stood tall with truth in his soul, a leader for justice with one great goal. Ram Singh Kuka, the voice so strong, in the face of tyranny sang a song. Non-cooperation he led the way, for freedom and justice he'd never sway. He saw the pain of his people's plight under British rule in the darkest nights. But in the teachings of Sikhism's creed, he found the strength to take the lead. Boycotting the goods the British had sold, he preached to self-reliance so bold. Reject the laws and rise above. Our strength is in unity, our power is love. Ram Singh Kuka, he led the fight against the oppressors in the darkest night. With boycotts and courage he showed the way, for India's freedom he paved the way. In the streets, the Kukas would stand, refusing to bow to a foreign hand. They boycotted goods and refused to comply, a movement of courage that reached the sky. Through non-violent paths they made their stand. The British saw the threat at hand, but no chains could bind Kuka's dream. He ignited a fire that began to gleam. The British saw him as a foe, they locked him away, but his spirit would grow. Exiled far to Andaman shore, but his ideas lived on forevermore. He paved the path that Gandhi would take, with boycotts and non-cooperation to break the chains of oppression that bound the land. Ram Singh Kuka's legacy would forever stand. Remember this leader of light, who fought for the people for what was right. Ram Singh Kuka, the first to show how non-violence would make the oppressors go. His fight for justice, his call for the right, lives on in the hearts, shining bright. Ram Singh Kuka, forever revered, the path to freedom he boldly cleared.
Ram Singh Kuka was a prominent Sikh religious leader and social reformer who played a crucial role in the resistance against British colonial rule in India. Born in 1816 in the village of Rurki, Punjab, he became widely known for his efforts to revive Sikhism and promote social reforms, but his most significant contribution was his pioneering use of non-cooperation and boycott as a means of opposing British rule. In the mid-19th century, British colonialism in India was at its peak, and the Indian society, including its religious and cultural institutions, was under intense pressure. The British had disrupted traditional systems and imposed foreign laws that were detrimental to the native population. In this climate, Ram Singh Kuka emerged as a leader who not only focused on the spiritual upliftment of the Sikhs but also addressed the socio-political issues of the time. Kuka's ideology was deeply rooted in the Sikh teachings of justice, equality, and self-reliance. He believed that one of the primary ways to resist British rule was by encouraging the masses to reject British authority and the economic system that had been imposed on them. This belief led him to encourage non-cooperation with the British government long before Mahatma Gandhi's more famous use of the tactic. Ram Singh Kuka's movement became widely known for promoting the boycott of British goods and institutions. He advocated for the people to stop using foreign products, especially British manufactured goods, and instead support indigenous industries. This was part of a broader push to achieve self-reliance and to weaken the economic grip of the British Empire on India. His movement also focused on other forms of non-violent resistance, such as the refusal to cooperate with the British authorities in local governance and administration. Ram Singh Kuka's followers, known as Kukas, would not participate in the British-imposed legal and political systems, which they viewed as unjust and exploitative. In addition to his non-cooperation efforts, Kuka also led initiatives aimed at social reform, such as the promotion of education, abolition of caste-based discrimination, and improvement in the status of women. The British government saw the Kuka movement as a threat to their rule. In 1872, after a series of clashes between Kuka's followers and British authorities, Ram Singh Kuka was arrested and exiled to Andaman Islands, where he died in 1885. Despite his exile and the suppression of his movement, the ideas he propagated lived on. His early use of non-cooperation and boycotts laid the groundwork for the larger freedom struggle that would gain momentum in the early 20th century. Ram Singh Kuka is often regarded as one of the first leaders to introduce and popularize methods of non-violent resistance against British rule. His actions foreshadowed the strategies that would later be employed by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, who would use non-cooperation and boycotts on a much larger scale to fight British colonialism in India. Today, Ram Singh Kuka is remembered as a courageous leader who contributed to the Indian freedom struggle in ways that were ahead of his time, setting the stage for future movements against British oppression.
In Punjab's land, in Rurki's heart, a soul arose ready to play his part. Born in 1860 with a vision so bright, Ram Singh Kuka ready to fight. The British came with an iron hand, shaking the soil of the sacred land. But Kuka stood tall with truth in his soul, a leader for justice with one great goal. Ram Singh Kuka, the voice so strong in the face of tyranny, sang a song. Non-cooperation, he led the way. For freedom and justice, he never swayed.